Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Peace, peace. What's going on, y'all?
Welcome to Venom and Vision, the podcast where we keep it real about life, love, and everything in between.
Everything?
Everything. We are your hosts, Erin and John, and around here we are not afraid to talk about the sweet, the messy, and the truth most people avoid. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Cheers to a fantastic show and a happy Friday. Yeah. So what we talking about today, my love?
You tell me the big.
That the nasty, the
Let's talk
Humpty
about
Hump,
sex, baby. Let's
the
talk about
the horizontal polka.
Let's talk about all the good things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't start. Don't start, please.
Do you like that, baby? That's what we talking about tonight. We're talking about sex in marriages and relationships and how to keep it fresh, hot and fresh, like Little Caesar's pizza. You know what I'm saying? You know, eh, like does the sex change after marriage and what happens?
Mm-hmm.
You know, or a long term relationship when you become comfortable in um in the place y'all are and forget that, y'all have to still please each other in that fashion as well. Some of the things you did to get that person, you probably want to continue to do to keep that person. You know what I'm saying?
That's easier said than done, though,
It is. It is.
because life happens.
I agree.
Things just happen.
So let's start with the myth.
Hold on. First of all, I just want to say shout out to the women in the room. Women, this I'm gonna just give y'all a little piece of advice since we're talking about topic that we're talking about today. Get you a yoga strap. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I'll come back to it later on. Uh,
So what's the myth? Let's start with the myths.
what's the myth? Let me. I got you.
Okay.
I help you.
Send
I
help.
help you. I help you.
Mhm.
What a myth. What are some myths?
One myth is the sex stopped when we got married.
So of course we went to that you go through that honeymoon phase in the beginning, right? Once you get married, everything's like, oh, my husband, oh, my wife, that kind of thing. So everything is good. You could probably be doing it every single day,
Mhm.
learning each other, just exploring and having fun, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I heard a joke that went when a man asks a woman to marry him, why does he get on his hand? Why does he get on one knee?
Oh.
And it's because he isn't proposing to the woman.
So what is he proposing to?
The boom boom.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what he proposing to. When he gets on one knee, ladies, he is proposing to that home phone. Just joking,
Mhm.
but I'm serious. Um,
Right,
so
because that doesn't always work out the way you want it to.
absolutely. So, is marriage actually the problem, or is it the life changes and that often come with marriage?
The life changes. I'm not gonna say that it's actually just that word, that word marriage or that concept. It's not that. It's the life changes that come along with it.
Okay, so what are some life changes that come along with marriage?
Finances, kids, trying to work, keep a roof over your head, bills, like life. It could be, uh, the wife trying to keep up with the house and got kids running around or kids going through certain things, then, you're learning certain things about your husband and vice versa. The husband is learning, the husband's learning certain things about the wife that weren't necessarily showing previously. That's why we say it's important to discuss all things before marriage, which a
Mhm.
lot of people don't do. But life happens.
I think lust plays a part in a lot of situationships, not necessarily relationships. And I feel like once you control your lust, especially for men, if you control your lust, you can actually see the type of woman you're dealing with. You know, once you allow yourself the time to sit back and really analyze and think with your head on your shoulders, not the head between your legs, you can really start to see, is this somebody you could build something with? If she's There's a difference between being wifeable and being fuckable. And you definitely have to know the difference. But the only way you'll really figure out the difference. What up, Gigi? The only way you'll figure out the difference is to, be able to um, really
You have to be ready to
maintain your
let go of
lust.
that
Yeah,
and have a uh, not have a lustful manner or
I think women
once
are just
marriage happens, that all of that should be out the window.
yeah. I think women lust just as much as men. If she didn't give it up as easy, she could see the type of sucker she dealing with. If he's a sucker, or if he's really a man she can build something with or provide, or he's here to provide or protect and things of that nature. Instead of providing you these good old pumps.
I can't agree with that it happens as much. I could say it might happen, but not as much. I don't know about that. You're gonna
You
have to
gotta
look up the ratio of
think
that one.
about it this way. No man can get it if she ain't willing to give it unless he's taking it. You know what I mean? So it's
You're trying
not.
to make two different points right now.
No, I'm making one point. Like if she didn't want to give it up to him, or told him he had to wait, and if he felt like she was worth the wait, that's how you start to build. You know what I mean? He's maintaining his lust, she's maintaining her lust, so y'all can build something together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I meant by that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you just went into two different topics. You said that women lust after men just as much as men lust after women.
Yes.
I don't agree with that statement because I mean I can agree that yes,
It happens.
but not as much.
I'm not gonna
I
say
don't think
I'm not
that's
gonna
more common.
I'm gonna we're gonna agree to disagree on that
Okay.
because it's free out here. You know what I mean? Women just out here just giving it hits, boom, boom. Here you go.
But while
There you
married
go.
though,
I didn't say what man. I said
oh
before
well,
that,
we
but
talk about while married
I'm talking
though.
about before you get to marriage. Like
Uh,
to get to to get to the marriage part, you have to get to the part before the marriage. You know
mhm.
what I mean? If you decide not to deal with, if you like I said, this is the difference between being married, um, uh, wifeable and fuckable. If you just lead with, you know, your man parts or your woman parts, you'll never figure out the type of person if they're really here to be married to.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Gigi
That's
said these younger women think like men, so definitely so. Yes, the younger
absolutely.
crowd, yes, I don't understand. It's like the younger crowd now, they just have this attitude, oh, we're gonna do just like how the dudes do.
It's crazy work.
And they
Should
do
be
it.
out here handing it out
We gonna
like
be
samples
hoes
at
just like the men be
Costco.
hoes.
You know what I mean?
But they do it.
So what's unrealistic expectations from movies, social media, and
Mhm.
pornography? That's a myth too. Like you can't expect like if people really believe that in a relationship, long term relationship or marriage, that it's gonna be like these porno movies or these
Mhm.
social media, what social media says it is, or uh, these movies, you got another thing coming down because it's not like that at all. Now, when you do have the times to get together, you can make it exactly how you wanted to make it, but you know, you have to understand that it's
There could be inspiration
yeah,
in the bedroom,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But
But for them to think that's gonna be that way all the time, sometimes you got to get it in a quick second. You know what I mean? You might got family in the house, kids running around, and look, just let me get up real quick. You know what I mean? Let me get up real quick. Close the door, lock it real quick. Mouth fire. You look, put your mouth on me. I put my mouth on you. You make it shake real quick. Yeah, yeah. That's what we talking about now. That's what we're doing. I think that the way that porn is just out here and Instagram and things like that. You get to see all of it. It's just outside, so
Mhm.
it's easier to have access to at least, and honestly to do right now. It's you know some call it some women call it sexual liberation. Uh, you know, some men,
and living their best life.
yeah, some call it living their best life. I don't understand how when a breakup happens, how living your best life immediately makes it so that you just become whores and dogs and just out here humping everything. That's living your best life. Then your meat fall off, or you in the doctor's
Or you're in
office
the
because
doctor's
you done got
office.
hit with the sizzle. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Um, but that's crazy work. And what's the difference between excitement and long term intimacy? What do you think?
Excitement is short term and just for the moment or of the moment. Long term intimacy is created over time. You're spending some time together. It's not necessarily going to be just a physical attraction thing. It's I like the way he treats me. I like the way he does this, or vice versa. And that's where that long-term intimacy is created. So,
Yeah, and see, I agree, and I don't think intimacy is just sexual or
mhm,
physical. There's mental intimacy. Uh, there's spiritual intimacy. You can pray together. Um, there's the same senses that we have normally. We can apply those to intimacy. There's visual intimacy. We just sit and look at each other. I can look at you from across the room and wait till you catch my eye,
mhm,
catch you when you turn it around and be like, ow.
right.
You know what I mean? What up, Mike?
Or if I send you a text message or something like that.
Yeah, that's how you keep it fresh too. Send each other little text messages. Uh uh you know, let them know you're thinking about it in
Mhm.
the right way. You know what I mean? You want to hit them with the stroke. Love you the right way. Mm,
On that
mm.
note, ladies, get you a yoga strap. The second time I'm gonna tell y'all. Okay.
Get you a
Next,
yoga strap,
get you a
ladies.
yoga strap.
And gentlemen, you'll enjoy yourself. And ladies, so will you. You'll enjoy yourself in many evenings. Um,
It's gonna come very handy in behind closed doors.
so why do you think the sex changes in a marriage and a long-term relationship?
Mm. Um, Again, just life be happening, bodies be changing.
Desire
Yeah,
fluctuates.
desire fluctuates. Um, After a while, it's just like it hits you. This is This is the only person I'm gonna be with in the marriage. Yeah, this is the only person I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life.
Same dick, same pom pom. It's just the
So
same
you
shit.
have to
You see,
continuously find different
but
things.
you see how I'm saying it? The same shit. That's how a lot of people look at it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They look at it from the aspect, oh, it's the same thing over again. But you have to find ways
Gotta
to,
spice it up.
yeah, you gotta find ways
Play
to,
games, role play, dress up,
you know what I mean? You gotta also
get
find
you
out,
a yoga shot.
right? Also, you gotta think about it this way: as things change in your life, so does the way you approach the partner. What used to work may not work anymore. You know what I mean? Um, you know, they may require something else. Oh, well, you used to like this. Shit happens. You know what I mean? When that was 10 years ago. That was 8 years ago. You know what I mean? That was 3 years ago. That what was. What isn't anymore.
I'm gonna be honest, I can't imagine. Like, it's hard to believe that we've been together for so long, right?
Mm-hmm.
We separated a little bit. That really don't count.
Oh, it counts.
But it really doesn't. It doesn't.
All right.
It counts. Okay, it counts. However, it's like we've still been together longer than we have not.
Absolutely.
And my longest partner than anyone else. You know what I mean?
I agree with
So
that.
it's still kind of like um I still want to explore things with you. Like I still want to there's a lot of things that we have not explored.
I agree. I agree. And I think it has,
And that's excitement right there.
yeah,
Because it gives us something to look forward to.
absolutely. You know what I mean? I think also, the reasons the sex changes in the marriage is because stress and mental load.
Hmm.
It could be me working outside the job, I mean working outside the house and having, those weeks where I'm working 70 hours and I don't feel like doing shit but eating and sleeping. And then it could be those weeks where you've had a long week at work and your brain is fried. The only thing you want to do is relax and
Hmm.
come up off that. And then unfortunately, sometimes when you want it, I don't. And then when I want it, you don't. And it happens sometimes. It's gonna happen in marriages and relationships. There needs to be some sort of come to Jesus moment.
Yeah.
You know,
Compromise.
yeah, absolutely. Then there's the parenting responsibilities. Kids, like you said, maybe going through some things, and now our focus is on the children and helping them out of whatever situation they have
Hmm.
going on. And sex is the last thing we're thinking about. You know, lack of sleep. Um,
Hmm.
that you need sleep in your life. You know what I mean? Like you need to rest. You can't be your best self if you have zombieing around here. You know what I mean?
True.
Oh no, no, yeah, we all no. It's not that we always ready, but we refuse to. We refuse to disappoint. You know what I mean? Whether we ready or not, if she ready, shit. Let's. All right. Well, let me get my life together and let me get to it. Let me get to it.
Like a situation where if I wanted to do
I'm
something,
getting my ass up.
you're getting it. Yeah.
Without question.
You're
It
ready.
could be it could be 2:13 in the AM and I just went to bed at one. Babe, all right, all right, all right, I'm coming. Hold on.
Uh-uh.
Get it together. That's why I'm definitely getting ready to go. Like I said, I refuse to disappoint. You know what I mean? Like, babe, huh? I want it. All right, I want it too. When we done, send help. What's going on? I agree. You know
You
what I mean?
always ready.
Yeah, gotta be. Cause if we disappoint there, somebody else that gives somebody else a fucking window to try it their damn self. That's how niggas get murdered. Count, count. But I think there's financial pressure as well.
Hmm.
Um, she's not going to give you none if she worry about the bills being paid. I mean, if the bills ain't paid, he gets no poem, and that's
I
just
mean,
it.
it's not just okay, just that it's survival mode. Period. If she's in a certain
If she's
survival
concerned about
mode,
right, if she's
yeah. If
concerned about
she's
the
concerned
bills,
about bills,
yeah,
household shit,
then you're not getting none. That's what I'm saying.
kind of hard to
Well, if
get in
he,
the mood.
even if he's worried about it, you know what I
Hmm.
mean. Even if he's worried about, you know, making sure these bills are paid, you know what I mean. 70-hour weeks and shit like that. He's not gonna want to necessarily. He's not gonna turn you down, but it
Hmm.
definitely isn't on the front part of his mind. You know what I mean? He's thinking, all right, this bill's due this week. Next week, I gotta make this
There's
shake.
always
You
bills
know what I
though,
mean? It
so
is.
I mean, that's kind of because I know the first part of my marriage, I was tough. I'm not gonna lie. I can admit that. It was a hard go for me because I was in survival mode. But now I let somebody else to do it. Like I'm whatever stress I have, I just try to let it go. Try to
There has
just
been a great
not be stressed
there's been
or
a great deal of growth in that area for you. I do see it. Um,
let somebody else do it.
there's also emotional disconnection. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? If you're in a relationship, you still want that emotional connection. You definitely, and if you're in a marriage, you need that emotional connection. It just makes the sex better. Or you just out here robotically humping, and just both of y'all trying to get one off, and it just is what it is. But there's nothing involved in it. You know what I mean? You can't just be out here just pumping to be pumping. You know, that's easy work. But the connection emotionally definitely makes the sex better. It definitely enhances things. There's different touches, there's different kisses, the way your bodies interact with each other.
Yeah.
If the emotional connection is there, which you definitely need, those things are definitely needed in any sort of intimacy, truly. You know what I mean? And that can affect, if there's no emotional connection, that could definitely affect the way uh, the sex is taken and given to each other.
Hmm.
Also, there's health issues. You know what I mean? You have to make sure y'all are healthy. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all are in a good place. Uh, not just physical health, mental
Mental
health,
health, physical
spiritual
health,
health,
spiritual health, all of the
you
above.
know, all of those things play a good part in why the sex is or isn't happening. You need those things. You need to be healthy. You need to be communicating with each other. You need to be able to talk to each other and
Hmm.
you know communicate in those things.
Yeah.
Making sure each other is healthy. You got to be taking care of each other in that, and yourselves in that fashion.
So there's age-related changes, so that kind
Yes,
of goes
Y-
into the health and
yes,
hormones, like me entering into perimenopause and shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
and see, what I'll say to that, I don't know anything about menopause or
Well, it
perimenopause.
starts with
I,
men.
I know, yeah, it starts with men, but herpes starts with her. So,
Oh my God.
but I'll say this to that: in a marriage or in a long-term relationship, you also have to like each other enough to have something built to where you can have something when the sex stops, past the sex. What do you have with each other past sex? What do you have with each other when you're too old to have sex, or even when you don't want to have sex? When what type of connection do you have when sex isn't on the table at that point?
Mm.
You know what I mean? You have to have that in any relationship or marriage. You know, we can have sex all day, but what happens when the sex stops? What do we have there?
We have humor.
Yeah, we do. You and I do. I'm just talking about, in general,
Yeah, I'm just
generalizing.
saying.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have to be ready for those hormonal changes as men. If you've already signed up for marriage or you've been in a long-term relationship, you know her body is not going to be like it was 10 years ago. It's not going to be like it was when she was 20 or even 30, especially once you get into the fours and close to the fives and sixes. It's Her body is going to change, and so is yours. You know what I mean? Like, you can play like it's not, but it definitely is. You know what I mean? Like, the cardio ain't what it used to be. You know what I mean? Niggas gain weight, all kind of shit. It happens. It
Yeah.
happens. You know what I mean? So you just got to be able to take care of your business the way you need to take care of your business, and that goes into being healthy. Um, you know,
You have to do things, you have to think about it like this. You're moving as a unit. So you
mhm.
both have to kind of just look after each other, make sure each other is good. Take care of yourselves, eat right. Like I do intermittent fasting every now and then. Now you want to do it,
Mm,
like, and we can just do it together.
mhm.
We're working out. We got shit in here to
We
work
got
out whenever we can.
treadmills, weighted vests, ankle weights,
Because that plays a part
dumbbells.
in
Yeah, we make sure we in here at least a little bit trying to get it to it.
that this plays a part in all aspects.
And see, men, uh, also age related, changes. Men uh, may experience changes in testosterone levels and erections and recovery time. You know what I mean? Like 17, 18, 20, 21, we going 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds because we got it like that. Shit, them motherfuckers start getting to around threes and fours and shit. Listen, you get these 73 pumps.
Mm.
And after that, I'll catch you in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you get, like Bernie Mac said, I hope you get yours when I get mine. Well, you fresh out of fucking luck with me. No, I'm just playing.
And then women go through if they have had pregnancies or just gave birth and their husband want to do it again. Like, come on now, calm down.
My girl likes to party all
So
the time.
pregnancy, childbirth, and then there's again perimenopause and menopause that women go through. Any energy levels are different than they were 20 years ago.
You got damn right. At 25, I would be able to. At 25, I was jumping over hoods of cars,
Running for buses.
running for buses, smoking cigarettes, playing 10 full court basketball games, still smoking cigarettes on breaks, and come back in there and play another 10 basketball games. I wish that I might even try that even remotely. 'Cause I don't even smoke no more. But me trying to jump over the hood of a car, will end everything. It should be like,
Mm.
so the hard truth is the goal isn't usually to have the same sex like you had at 22.
Of course.
You try it, you're gonna be sore in the morning. Nobody has that, especially once you get into fours and fives. I think now the goal is to build a
But the
sex life that works at 32, 42, 52, and beyond.
but sometimes that means that it can be better
Absolutely,
than it was in your
because you
20s.
know each other.
You
You know
know
each other
each
better.
other, but you know more things.
Absolutely, you better believe that.
You know more things. You're more knowledgeable. Um,
And see, like I think if you know your partner well enough, you know what it takes to be able to get them all, and you all with with the type of effort and connection that is needed to sustain a marriage. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like in the beginning, you doing it 12 times to 15 times a week.
who?
I say in the beginning of the
Oh,
marriage. In the beginning, 12, 15 times a week. Honeymoon stage, y'all young, you got vigor. Anytime she ready, you ready, he ready, you ready, she ready. Y'all in the bathroom, y'all on the bus, y'all in the movie
no,
theater. Wherever it's going down that side of the Greyhound bus station, however you want it. You know what I mean? When you're young. As life starts to happen and things of that nature, hey, it may not be do you think it's gonna be and or what it was then. A lot of people have a hard time with that. And that's where things start shaking, get a little shaky because
they're trying to recreate those previous moments.
right, or think it's gonna be that way the entire marriage. You
Yeah.
got another thing coming, pal.
Mm.
It's not. It's not. You're gonna hold on as long as you want to. But the reality is, sooner or later, all the time gonna kick you right
Mm.
in your genitalia. You know what I'm saying? That goes for women and men. Like she may get hot flashes and it may not be as moist as it used to be. You know what I mean? And you might not be as hard as you used to get. Sooner or later it'll come. And if it don't come, thank God for it. You know what I'm saying? But and like I said, after the sex, when y'all are done having sex, what do y'all have? How many 80-year-olds still having sex, do you think? Or how often do you think 80-year-olds are having
We
sex?
will.
Of course. But we ain't gonna be
No.
we ain't gonna be
No, you
having
don't
it.
know that.
We ain't gonna be having it like that. You know what I mean? Like at 80, we just in this motherfucker chilling. We done did everything we gonna do. Yeah, shit.
But I can imagine how it would be like we'll just probably be talking a lot of shit, but
Yeah,
nothing
ain't
actually
nobody gonna do that.
happens.
Ain't nobody
Cause
gonna
we
do that.
tired.
At 89 years old, we be sleeping at
We
4 p.m.
tired. We already sleep early. We already go to sleep at like 8 o'clock. Well,
So what do you think kills intimacy?
poor communication, resentment, feeling
Speak on
unappreciated.
resentment. What causes resentment? We'll go through. We'll do them like that.
Mm, shit. It could be a lot of just dishonesty, dishonest moves. It can be anything. It just disagreement,
Like communication,
lack of communication.
it can definitely cause resentment as well. Um, I think with resentment, harboring resentment, I think it, it is more because of the lack of communication.
Mm,
Because you don't want to communicate your anger or your frustration or your disappointment with your partner, or you don't know how to.
mm,
And then, they want to get physical with you, and you're like, nah, get away from me. And now it turns them off because they don't know what they did. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Or they don't know what your problem is. because you're harboring resentment, you're not saying anything to them.
Yeah.
That's bad news all the way around. Um, I think poor communication is another reason for why the intimacy fails. Can't closed mouths don't get fed. You know what I mean? And closed legs don't get fed either. You act like you're gonna tell them you want it. I promise.
Yeah.
Tell them how you want it. Oh, sorry, we was about to go somewhere else, y'all. This is what we do in real life. Um, it's about singing,
Criticisms, constant criticisms,
feeling unappreciated.
taking each other for granted.
Yeah, feeling unappreciated. That'll make you not want to have sex with nobody. And see that leads into how easy. See those type of things open doors for infidelity. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Feeling unappreciated, poor communication, resentment, lack of non-sexual affection. You know what I mean? Those type of things could give a window to somebody to go ahead and give you a little something that you were missing. It's that 80-20.
Hmm.
If you're getting 80% of everything he or she is given, but then somebody got this 20% that looks good because you haven't seen it in a
But
while.
that's part of being, you know, that's part of that lustful,
Control your lust, you control the world.
right?
You know what I'm saying? Um, then there's you know, a hard part of that is the maintenance of, you know, each other sexually. If you started off one way, uh, and you start tapering off without telling your partner what's going on, they're gonna be wondering what is happening. And it's gonna make them start tapering off. Then that's when the emotional connection start to
Fade.
dissipate. Yeah. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And
But it's all about the communication with that too, because that can be you are communicating, but the same stuff keeps on happening, and things are just you're not seeing eye to eye.
right.
That's where resentment can seep into.
Can a marriage survive without sex?
I mean, it can. However, I feel like it will have to be a situation where someone, one of the two, has a medical issue.
Okay.
And they remain married, they remain faithful. The one that doesn't have the medical issue remains faithful, but they
That's the
just find ways to work through things. Um, but there's no sex. I don't know. They can probably have that intimacy, but it might not be actual physical sexual penetration or.
what I'll say to that is it has to survive without sex.
It
Because
has
yeah, I'm not saying that it should be
to. Mm.
sexless. What I'm saying is that when the sex is over, you have to still be able to hold each other and love each other properly. It has to be able to survive without sex. You know what I mean? Because if you get into the latter years, we are not having as much sex.
It should. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah, it should be able to. It has to. You know what I mean? Like, yes, a marriage can survive without sex. It needs to be able to. Or what did you get married for?
hmm
Marriage isn't just about the sex part. Oh, it's the sex is one of the most fun parts, though. Don't get me wrong, but it definitely isn't the main thing. Uh, it's part of the assembly of the car that drives the marriage, but it's like the catalytic converter. Is the car still gonna work without it? Absolutely.
It's gonna be loud as hell.
Yeah. Will it make a lot of noise? Fucking right. And that's called sexual frustration. Sick of this shit.
So why do some couples say that they say yes to sex will has to be in the marriage and some say no for it to survive?
I think the ones that say no
I think
don't.
those know the true meaning of marriage.
Right. The no's. I think the people who say no only got married to keep having sex with the same person. You know what I mean? And don't have the requisite other connections, the
Mhm.
emotional intimacy and liking each other. Uh, it's more about lusting over each other than it is about liking and loving each other. Now, don't get me wrong, lusting over your wife, your husband, and your life partner. There's nothing fucking wrong with that.
Mhm.
You're supposed to. You know what I mean? Just walk up on her and grab her, or walk up on him and grab her. Like, it's mine. You just give it to me. I promise you this. More than not, he gonna like, yes, ma'am. Go ahead and do something with it. Let's get this junk. Let's get it rolling right now. I promise. You know, you have to be able to have that. You know what I mean? But you know, for those that say no, I think that's all they based it on. They think that marriage is just about having sex, or it's the main driving force
Right.
for it. You know what I mean? And it isn't, because this one day you're not going to be able to have sex, or you're not going to be able to have as much sex as the honeymoon days, and then that also is another reason that infidelity happens, because they're thinking that, oh, I'm doing all this for sex.
Mm.
Again, like, if you control your lust, you can see the type of person you're dealing with. You know what I mean? That's going to be a mainstay in this conversation. Controlling your lust. That'll keep you from cheating. That'll keep you from jumping out the window and accepting any little compliment that may come your way because you haven't gotten it at home in a while. And you probably haven't gotten it at home in a while because you aren't communicating that you need it that bad. You know, so you have to be able to communicate through all of that. So the sex need or want or both.
Mm. Both.
Expound.
Mhm. Both because it takes the pressure off. Something to take the edge off.
Oh, I know.
It's something to take the edge off. Yoga strap, ladies, get you one. Something to take the edge off.
And to save the day.
Yeah.
Get the yoga strap. Downward dog,
What?
puppy pose, all of that shit. I don't know all the names of the shit, but get you one.
It's just important to. I think I'm more of the creative thinker when it comes to trying to spice certain things up. I might not always be there emotionally, but I'm always like, let, no, no, that, all I hear from you is hot wax. That's the
no,
only thing
that's not
I
all.
hear about from your mouth
No, this
is some hot wax.
there's a bunch of shit I want to try, and I hadn't
You don't think
decided yet
about it.
because
Exactly.
you know why?
You be
Because
like, let me
no,
think
because
about it.
look, the hot wax
Oh
is
Lord.
just the tipping point. If you do that, all right, let's try this. I just want to see how you handle the wax.
Man,
Listen, I
man,
can't just throw it all out to tell you everything at one time because you're gonna be like, oh my god,
man,
who did I marry? And I'm like,
man. You've been saying that for 10 years.
that's correct. And you still haven't done the wax.
Stop.
You still haven't done the wax, so you don't know what's coming next.
You ain't getting that.
All these goddamn cameras we have here.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
So make the house smell
Say
good.
less. Say less.
But anyway,
All right, we're gonna see this.
I come up with, well, let's play this game. Let me get, let me order some vibrating underwear or some shit. Like,
Now, I was the one
no,
who's
I
putting you
said,
on to that.
no, you were not.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Babe, stop. Because I told you I was gonna buy
Yeah,
some,
but that was after I showed it
and
to you.
you told me
Go ahead and get
go
them.
ahead and get them. But I feel like you gonna overdo it.
You
Ain't
goddamn
it the
right. I'm gonna
wrong
overdo
couple
it.
times?
Yes. Why would I not? Why would I not?
If we're out in public, like be easy.
Full
No,
throttle. Make your knees buckle.
no.
Mid conversation, you talking to somebody. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Make your lungs collapse in mid talk. Hey, how you doing? Ah, yeah.
So funny.
It is hilarious. I'm telling you, the moment you do it,
You have to keep a lookout for that video because you're gonna have to record.
oh, I make sure we around a lot of people too. You know, knock tables over and shit. I'm like, oh, she having a seizure. Somebody help her, please.
You're gonna be like, all right, let's go home.
Yep. And then the whole way home, hit you with the sauce. All right, so
So how do like well, this is weird. We're kind of getting into that topic of how to maintain the intimacy.
I think one of the first things is communicate. Talk openly about your desires and expectations. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
creative thinking.
You
Just
know.
think of different things to like I was telling you, like we can just have those moments where we're just looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Then we bust out laughing probably.
More than likely,
Or sharing a 20-second hug or
I'm with that.
like a 6 minute or a 6 second kiss or something.
Hmm. See, all those things do add a lot of intimacy to it. Like, you know, just randomly, like when you at work, I randomly run up on you and make out with you for a few seconds and leave you spent, and then walk off like nothing happened. You know, that builds sexual tension. You know what I mean? Makes us want each other more.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You know, you got to be doing things like that. You know what I mean? You have to create um, the type of sexual tension where y'all about to ready to rip each other's clothes off. You know what I mean? You want to be able to do that. Know the type of things that turn her on. Turn her on till she's almost ready to jump on you, then walk off. It's like this, and then do the same. The ladies do the same thing in return.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Get them more hot bothered and just be like, nah, you hold that. But you know what I mean? And I promise, when it's about to go down, it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best. You know what I mean? And no matter how long it lasts, y'all both of y'all are at a point where Y'all have to have each other. Y'all want each other. Y'all desire each other. You know what I mean? You have to build that. You know what I mean? And sometimes it might build for a week. You know, it may not be that day. You may be just
Hmm.
be setting each other up and letting it stew and letting it simmer
Right.
for a week or 2 weeks. You know what I
Right.
mean? What up, Yada?
Hey,
You know what I mean?
um,
You got to build
also
that sexual tension.
like when we out at even just like going to Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
the- showing some PDA,
Mm-hmm. Like, you get behind in the
it builds
line.
up some tension, some
Right,
good tension.
right. You get behind in the line, put your man on the butt and whisper something real crazy to him. Kiss on the neck, slap on the ass in public. Don't care if nobody else is looking. Do you look at her after you do it? She be like, you something
Oh,
wrong with you.
who just came in the room? Can
Yeah.
y'all get you a yoga strap?
Get
Okay, that's it. That's all
the
I'm gonna
yoga
say.
strap.
If you don't have one already, that's
Get the yoga strap and
that's
olive oil.
that's my the olive oil. The olive oil.
The olive oil. We outside. But yeah, and
Oh
that's
God.
one thing to keep the intimacy rolling. You know what I mean? Talk, communicate, do those type of things. If you have to, you can schedule some time together. You know what I mean? Just to prioritize.
That don't work very well. Not for
I'm
us.
not us. I'm just saying, for other people. Hold on, let me see this shit.
Hmm. That doesn't work for us. Like so,
Babes, I'm out here struggling. Y'all speaking from love. These people out here
sharing
sharing
it
it all.
all. The men have a
These men
team
have
of
a
women.
team of
Oh,
women.
uh,
These men have a team of
you
women.
gotta find you
They
a
sex sense is very blah. I'm my best sexual self in a committed relationship. Very difficult to find that nowadays. It
yeah.
is. It is.
Yes, I definitely hear you on that.
It is crazy out here.
It's
Because
crazy out here.
and you know what's making it crazier
We
is,
know.
is because it's free. They are just giving it out, and these dudes are just taking it. So when they get into a committed relationship, it's hard for them to get into a committed relationship because it's free. It's just here, here,
Look,
here.
y'all said she got one of her Amazon card. Girl, yes. They cheap. Get you one.
Listen, all kind of shit happened with that shit. I promise you that. But schedule time if necessary. You know what I mean? Like, with the kids gone, listen, this time we're just going to, we don't even, they don't even have to actually have sex. Y'all can just be in an intimate space, with no interruptions. You know what I mean? Get back to relating to each other. You know what I mean?
Especially now, like when we don't really have to deal with kids constantly. It's like today, what happened? Aaliyah went home. She went home early. It's just like, damn it, all the antennas go up. We got
Hmm.
the house back to ourselves. Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing. You have to take time for each other. You have to take time to be able to, uh, you know, reintroduce yourselves to each other. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
In all aspects, the intimacy doesn't necessarily have to start from sex. It can start from just saying little things, sending each other little text messages, take pictures when you're thinking about it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I'm thinking about you. Look what you're doing to me. Yeah, look what you're doing to me. And then prioritize affection outside of the house. Also, prioritize affection outside of the bedroom. Let you know, you could be cooking. Walk up behind them, or walk up behind her, kiss her on the back of her neck, kiss him on the back of his neck, grab him, put your hands around his thighs. You know what I mean? Rub
Just
on
be
his
touchy
thighs,
feely,
touchy
and that's
feely.
that's one thing
Listen, that
I'm not,
helps.
but I learned. how to be.
You have been doing very well with that. It is appreciated more than you know. That's why I get up at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning and keep putting gas in the tank.
Mm-hmm. You've been doing that too. So we got a debate question. Would you rather frequent sex with little emotion or emotional connection, or less frequent sex with deep emotional connection? What you say?
Definitely less frequent with the deeper emotional connection because with that deeper emotional connection, that can sustain you for a very long time. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And it's like having a buffet at home and then walking outside and seeing fucking hamburgers. You know what I mean? Like we know what them fucking hamburgers will taste like. You know, we've had hamburgers.
Yeah.
This this there's no there's nothing in that hamburger with lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, cheese. It's nothing else. You want to add mayonnaise, ketchup, well, they still had the same fucking hamburgers. You know what I mean? But if you got
But at home,
wagyu beef at home with all the accoutrements,
all the accoutrements.
that's what that's what it's sustain. You know what I mean? It's like you got this
Stuff
tuna,
that's gonna keep your belly full.
yeah, this tuna fish outside, but then you have swordfish at home. You know what I mean? Like, sure, the tuna fish is easier to get to. You gotta work for that swordfish, and the swordfish is probably a lot better for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. D- Dang, they just tell me to,
Yeah, roll it up.
dang.
Roll it up.
Hmm.
Um, so what are your closing thoughts on marriage,
You know what
sex?
my closing thought is?
Mm,
Get you a yoga strap,
mm.
ladies. This is a brand new one that I got.
That's frequent with deeper connection. Once you do connect, it makes it even more. Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. And you know what? You know what's the best shit in the world? For both of y'all to come at the same time. It is spectacular.
That's the goal.
Yeah, at the same damn time,
That
every time. You know what I mean?
that's the
That's
goal.
how you know each other. You know what I mean? Or that's how, like physically know each other. Y'all know exactly how to get each other to where y'all trying to go at the same damn time. At the same damn time. You know what I mean? And there's nothing better. You know what I mean? I think that, you know, the connection in any relationship, marriage, starts mentally.
Right.
You know what I mean? It starts mentally. It really starts spiritually. Put God first. You know what I mean? Both of y'all have the same thing in line with God first. Then you go to mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to emotionally. Then you go to physically. And then you go to sexually. If all of those things are aligned, you don't have to have sex all the time. You know how to please each
Manage.
other.
Yeah.
You know how to please each other properly,
Mm-hmm.
um, in all aspects, in all areas. Like I said, there'll be weeks where I am making sure I'm building sexual tension to the point where we're about to rip the damn wall loose in here trying to get at each other. And that's I think that should be the way it should be because it's easy to just get your thump on, get your hump on, get your stroke on, but with nothing in it. It's easy. That is easy.
Right.
But do it when when you both are desiring each other to the point where you'll knock a gorilla down trying to get to each other.
Let me make this point.
Okay.
For the men in the room, they all the way in the back, right? Y'all need to take your time in getting to know your partner.
Please do.
That's
Please
that
do.
is just that should be one of your goals.
Absolutely.
You won't have to worry about if she's satisfied. You should know
Without
if
question.
she is.
Without question. Without question.
That is my thought on that. They just need to. Men just need
Also,
to
I
take
think I
their
think one of the
time.
things I'll say to the fellas, make sure she comes twice and you come last. Or at least she comes when you do.
Twice.
At least twice. Even if once is with your mouth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Bring
that's
dick to the party too.
that's
Bring dick to the party too. Yeah, man, bring dick to the party too.
hmm
Sometimes you can build sexual attention like that. Just grab her, just
hmm
put your face in her place and walk away. Don't even let her bitch. She'll be like, nigga, yeah, hold that.
Like, hey,
Hold it for me. Hold it for me.
yeah, that's
Hold it.
where
Hold it
the
for me.
yoga shot comes in. All right, we about to get up out of here.
Hell yeah, 'cause
Thank y'all for tuning in.
we off this weekend. We gonna well,
No,
I'm
I'm
off this
I'm not off
weekend.
this weekend.
I'm gonna sit here. I want to watch the rest of the Knicks game, but I'm not. I don't want nobody to
We
tell.
doing damn good too.
Yeah, I don't want
I'm proud
nobody
of
to
my
tell me.
Knicks.
Hell yeah, I don't want nobody to tell me if they won or not. I'll watch it in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Right, we'll see y'all next week. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love you guys.
Later.